Welcome back to Nap Time Builder. Well, if you watched the last couple videos, finally got the Firebird going, and got it back to my dad this day and everything. So today on Nap Time, we're gonna start working on my '01 Dodge Ram 1500. Alright, well, light cleaning. I didn't say I was gonna spruce the whole place up or nothing, but if I could hold this thing right. But I got the gantry crane out. I know what you're thinking. I made it look easy. It wasn't. The thing was heavy, okay? But got that moved over here to the side, and truck's back in. I'll probably start with the rear lowering of the truck because I assume it's gonna be a lot easier. So I figured just go ahead and knock that out, and then we'll worry about the front and oil change and all that mess. But we'll catch y'all at nap time. All right, so here we are at nap time, which I'm probably gonna only have an hour to mess around before I got to go get my little man from school. But here's what we're looking at. I told you I was gonna start on the rear. I got these shackles to lower the rear leaf springs. I didn't go ahead and buy the lowering shackle itself because my truck already has lowering shackles because I put them on like shortly after I got it actually. But that's them right there. The bolts come with it. And for the front, got these lowering springs. I'm not sure if we'll get to the front in this video or not. We'll see how that goes. But we will be starting out with the rear shackles and everything. And then probably go ahead and knock my oil change out. Like I said, that ain't been too awful long ago that I had put a crate engine in the truck, and I've recently hit like 1,000 miles or whatever, so I was gonna go ahead and change the oil just to make sure, take a look at it. But all right, let's see, get this thing started. All right, so obviously I'm gonna take the wheels and tires off the back and everything, but this is what I'm looking at. Like I said, this is my bracket here. I actually said shackle a while ago, but everybody knew I was being a dummy and knew what I meant. This right here is what you're gonna be replacing, that big old beefy thing. So I mean, look at the size difference. And of course, I measured these holes, the distance between these holes, and then these over here. See, these are rivets. Big old rivets, like when I did the front end. And them mugs does not measure the same. They do not measure the same. So I am gonna have to use angle grinder, death wheel, whatever you wanna call it. Cut them rivets out, use punch and hammer, knock them out. And then I might just have to line these top two holes. Just line the top two holes up with them top two holes up there, and then try to mark on the other side and drill a hole for the bottom if I have to. It's whatever. Because I don't see that happen. Plus I've had these for a long time and I don't see them taking them back, so I guess we're just gonna make them work. So, alright then. Check back in a minute. Alright, well obviously I decided to just leave the wheels and tires on. It wasn't necessary to take them off. So I got some rigged up big old blocks and, you know, some wood and some jack stand. I did have to take my receiver hitch off though, because the bolt that went through the shackle here, it came out this side. When I put it back in, I'm probably gonna get it. Hopefully I'll remember to have it coming out the other side in case I ever have to do this again or mess with them again. Maybe I won't have to take the receiver hitch off. But yeah. Well, I hate that exhaust. I need to change that. I just don't like the way it looks. Plus, I'd almost like to bring it out further, just one pipe. Bring it out further and dump it here closer to a little bit closer to the back of the truck. But anyways, got the receiver hitch off. I'm gonna have to take my slice and dice and death wheel, whatever you wanna call it, and cut them rivets if I can get to them. It's been raining for a while, so man, it's cooled off a lot compared to what it has been here lately. But rolling around up under this carport, it's still just staggum hot as crap. I got my little fan blowing to give me a little bit of a breeze, but it don't really help all that much. But probably gonna throw my little jacket on even though it's gonna be hot. But that way I don't get all them sparks down my arm. But I guess that's the next step, is cut that crap off.
One eternity later.
Well, guys and gals, I've done it again. I'm an idiot. These right here, they don't go like this right here on the back of the leaf spring. They go like this right here on the front of the leaf spring. And I'm the idiot that started cutting the 2 rivets out on the rear. So what I'm gonna have to do is finish cutting them 2 rivets out, since I've already got them mangled up. Knock them out, throw a couple bolts in there, and move my dumb self to the front of the leaf spring. Hey, it's as real as it gets over here. I'll tell you when I screw up, and I screwed up big time right there. Luckily, I thought about it. I don't know, it just, a little light bulb just went off. Because I actually looked this up before. Like before I started today and everything, and you know, I get too gung-ho sometimes. I like upgrades a lot better than I like fixing mechanical issues. This would be an upgrade. So I was excited. I got a little too gung-ho, and I didn't find the information that I was wanting, or that even looked like it was right, basically. And I just jumped right in. Can't even swim, but I jumped in over my head. There it is. I messed up. Now to finish what I was doing right here, and then put some bolts in it and move to the front. I'm an idiot. That is all for now. Alright, now that I halfway got my screw up fixed up, rigged up back there. See? Bracket, you know. Look at this. Now don't that bracket favor this bracket so much more? See, look at there. I'm telling you. I guess I was just assuming that all the lowering came from the rear of the leaf spring. I'm a freaking moron, I swear. I'm always making it harder on myself. All right, so a little update. If I can get my dadgum arm up in here, it's kind of a tight spot. But those are cut off. I got that one left, but on this side, those are cut off. I got to punch them through. They are loose, like the bracket is loose except for that one up there. So I'm gonna try to. I can't really get my angle grinder up in there, so I'm gonna just try to drill that one out, I guess, and then I'll pry this bracket off, and then after that, hopefully I can get them the rest of the way out even better. So just a little update. It's kind of hard to video up on here while doing anything because I ain't really got the room to do anything anyways, but that's where we at for now. All right then, I guess it's time for another update. Most important part of this update, I'm getting my butt kicked. I've got the bracket off, okay? But my drill bits ain't wanting to drill through that crap. And with a big old hammer and a punch, the rest of them rivets ain't budging. And it is driving me crazy. I'm about ready to just take this freaking bed off so I can have more room at beating the crap out of them. I swear, if it ain't one thing, it's the next. Alright, so next day. Yesterday I spent way too much time and didn't get nowhere but getting that one, I messed up to begin with. I told you about that. And I got the bracket off. But the 4 rivets are left in there, and I have been beating and waylaying on them things, and they have not budged at the slightest. And there's not much room for me to beat too much harder, so without messing up my bedside. So I think I'm gonna attempt to get this bed off of here, which sucks because I'm by myself. And I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Hopefully I don't mess nothing up. Alright, so toolbox, all that. What? Toolbox, bed liner, tailgate, pretty much everything. Wires undone. I'm about to hook this mug up. I'm gonna let it down. That way my hoist don't have to work as hard. And plus these my jack stands would be in the way. But I'm gonna let her down. Move this crap right here out of the way. That way my legs of my engine and hoist can roll up in there. I just hope this works, because it's me. Well, what do we have here? She's off. I just hope that means it'll be a little bit easier for me to get this rivets and crap out, because it's been everything but easy so far. I do know once I'm done with the lowering kit, at least with the rear lowering kit, I will be pulling this in the front yard and pressure washing all up under this, because hopefully I won't ever have the bed off again, you know what I'm saying? So I'll probably do a lot of cleaning before this bed goes back on. Pressure wash, might even rebuild the whole thing, you know. So I guess let's see if it's gonna be any easier on me getting these rivets out. And here we are again after some beating and banging, which was really just a few minutes. I was able to get a longer swing with my hammer, get more force behind it. Not even a small fraction of the effort that I was putting in yesterday, and they're out. So I mean, I do dread the other side because that's the side the gas tank's on though. So grinder next to the gas tank, I don't really, you know, it don't make me feel all that comforting. Here we are. I went ahead and I just got that last one out there, and I just stuck them in hand tight for now. I'm about to get some spray paint and cover that bare metal up, and then I'll stick that bracket on there and see how she looks. And don't worry, I'm no heathen. I'll at least wipe it off a little bit before I throw the paint on it, you know. Gotta have our Craigslist rebuild looking right here. Don't worry, I shook her up for a couple minutes before I picked the phone back up. Look at her. Like that gun brand new. Like brand new. That's just hard to beat. Look at her. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get this bracket put on. Well, there she is. See right there, I ain't got her lined up. I don't believe I'm actually gonna be able to get that lined up until I get that other side going. Undone at the very least, you know. So, I guess for now, I guess I'm gonna let this back down. Go to the other side. I mean, that's about all I can do. I ain't got no way of really getting that over there, I don't think. I don't know, who knows? I might think of something. I ain't no telling. We'll see. Alright, quick update. I finally found my ear protection. Thank goodness, because I was starting to get a slight ringing after all that freaking grinding. But got that driver's side bracket finally off. Basically had to cut that thing in pieces. Basically had to cut it in pieces because where it's at, and couldn't really get an angle grinder to it and all that crap. Or to the rivets. So I could get the back too. But them in front too was too close to the bed bracket and everything, or mountain bracket, yeah, bed mountain bracket, and I just couldn't get it in there. So I just cut the daggone bracket to pieces that way I could get it, and then knocked it off. But about to knock these rivets out and throw this new bracket on here.
6 hours later.
Well, I finally got them out. That hole right there reamed out a little bit. The rest of them's good. I have wore out almost every drill bit I had. Half my dadgum punches look like mushrooms now. Went through a bunch of cutting disc. And my dadgum arms feel like jello from slinging a hammer. But they're out. So let's wipe that off and spray a little paint and throw a bracket on. See if we can get this crap line back up. Alright, well, it's been one heck of a day. Over there, brackets are on. All that nonsense. This driver's side was absolutely horrible. Them rivets are 1/2 inch rivets, and I cut them all the way down flush with the frame. And the other side, after I had the bed off, was easy to beat out pretty much. But this side did the same thing. After I got the old bracket off, cut them down flush, and I drilled all the way up to 3/8, and it was still pretty rough trying to beat them things out. But that's it for the day. It's time to go in, eat some supper, take a shower, maybe watch some Mario Brothers with kiddos while we eat. But tomorrow, hoping to take a pressure wash for this, and hopefully get my bed back on. Alright, well, it's been one heck of a day. Over there, brackets are on. All that nonsense. This driver's side was absolutely horrible. Them rivets are 1/2 inch rivets, and I cut them all the way down flush with the frame. And the other side, after I had the bed off, was easy to beat out pretty much. But this side did the same thing. After I got the old bracket off, cut them down flush, and I drilled all the way up to 3/8, and it was still pretty rough trying to beat them things out. But that's it for the day. It's time to go in, eat some supper, take a shower, maybe watch some Mario Brothers with kiddos while we eat. But tomorrow, hoping to take a pressure wash for this, and hopefully get my bed back on. Alright, so today, me and my baby girl Abby here, we're gonna wash the back of the Dodge off. See if we can make it look a little better before we stick the bed back on. Say hi.
Hi.
You what?
I stepped down.
You stepped down?
Yeah.
You playing with sticks?
Uh-huh.
While Daddy's washing the back of his truck?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Say thanks for watching.
And my son.
Alright, so just laid baby girl down for a nap. It got pretty clean, but it didn't get like the greatest or whatever. It'd be alright. But I'm about to wipe it down. Any moisture that's still on it. Just hit it with some spray paint, make it look a little better. We got some. Alright, so it's looking a lot better. Not perfect. I kind of ran out of spray paint over here, so wasn't able to really get the inside of that. But it'll be alright. Alright, well there it is. The bed's mounted. 6 bolts tightened up. I'm not going to bore y'all with the bumper and towing package and all that mess, but I'll get back with you when she's all together in the rear anyways, and see what she looks like, I guess. Alright, here she is, finally put back together, and the question is, how much higher is that back? Because at this angle, the back still looks higher, but technically that's like 4 inches of drop, and that front's stock, which hopefully after driving a little bit it'll settle or something. I don't know. I did loosen them up, the leaf springs up on the rear and jump on it and everything. Okay, that on this side the back actually looks lower, but obviously it's not in an even area. Alright, so as you see, it's back together. Them rivets really gave me a hard time. So it was a lot easier just going ahead and taking the bed off, that way I could get to everything a little bit better. And hey, I mean, I even took the old plastic bed liner out. I've been wanting to for a good while anyways. Dang flies. But I don't have any level ground or anything around here, so it's kind of hard really to tell how it sits exactly. But honestly, I mean, my wheel gap looks pretty even all the way around, and that's a little frustrating. Because before I even did these brackets, I did some, after I first got the truck, I did the 2-inch drop shackles in the rear. So, and then these brackets was supposed to be another 2 inches. I was a dummy and didn't measure my rear wheel gap before doing this one. So, that's totally on me, but you know, I really expected it to be more drastic than that, because I'm pretty sure these front coil springs that I bought a while back, these was 3-inch lowering springs for this truck, front end. And at this point, I don't really, get off there. At this point, I don't know if I should really lower this front end 3 more inches. Because if I do, then I will end up having to do something else to the rear of the truck if this thing looks absolutely ridiculous. Which I'm afraid it will if I put these on. So, I don't know. But there's the rear lowering brackets that I put on. Like I said, I'd already had the 2-inch drop shackles. There's my struggles. I showed you where I was an idiot to begin with. You know, I'm not saying I ain't now, but I done something stupid. I showed it, and then I went the right direction. So, thanks for watching Naptime Builder. I really appreciate it. All the 40 subscribers. I've seen y'all a couple extra jumping on the last couple days. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Throw me a like. Watch a video. Watch them all. Like them all. You know. Help me out here. I'm just playing. Not really. But, hey, turn it on, let it play. Go in the other room. I don't care. You ain't even got to watch it. Just let it play. But, come back and check out the next video and see if we actually decide to put these front springs on. Appreciate it.